Hello and welcome to I Can Make That. This is Jen, and today we're going to discover whether or not you can use a pancake griddle as an easy press. Cricut recently launched their new line of infusible ink. They have these transfer sheets, and then we have blanks that they have sold. However, their blanks are limited in so what you can actually do with them. They do have pretty nice shirts and they seem like they're a pretty good price, but still, if you want to do this on something outside of Cricut's stuff, they say it won't work or definitely not guaranteed to work. The other thing that you need to have is a heat press, and specifically a heat press 2, an easy press 2, which I don't own, and I don't want to spend $150 to buy it. So what else can we use? How about a griddle? Griddles are flat, large enough to do your pattern. They go up to 425 degrees. This one happens to be a dual-sided one, but there's all kinds out there. And you can make pancakes when you're done too if you decide you don't like crafting. So I am going to attempt to make a shirt using a griddle. Of course, this isn't a true scientific experiment because I'm also using a black shirt, and the shirt is not a Cricut shirt. However, it is 100% polyester, and the ones from Cricut are mostly polyester as well. But I'm also going to be using one of the coasters. The heat press has gravity on its side. You put it onto the item. I think I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to try to flip this item over. This video is not sponsored by Oster, or no, Hamilton Beach, sorry. Not sponsored by them. Alright, I'm going to flip it over. I need to build something or find something to set this on so that it will rest on my shirt. So since I do a lot of woodworking, I can go in the garage and grab some plywood. That's what I decided to use. And I just cut these to 9 inches and rounded the edges real quick. And they should fit on here now. And they're higher than the lip. So when I flip this over and set it on there, this will work. I am going to use a cloth. I grabbed a microfiber cloth that I'm going to put over the wood, and we'll see what happens. So I've turned it on, and I'm going to let this guy get nice and hot, up to 400 degrees. I put a towel around the other side too, just for height, but this side's only going to be on the warmer. It's the side closest that's going to be 400 degrees. Since I haven't used this before, I'm giving this a try. I liked this Hawaiian pattern, so I'm designing something that will work with. And look, it comes in this plastic sleeve. Definitely different. Alright, so I am designing this Mickey with a surfboard for my shirt and also for the coaster. Actually, I decided I wanted the coaster to have most of the pattern on it, so I just made a circle. And now I'm just going to slice my Mickey out of that. And that way I've got that to cut out and infuse on instead of having the other Mickey and white all around it. I went ahead and moved this over, and it's mirror image. Make sure you set it to mirror image. I was having some technical difficulties with my computer, so now we moved to the iPad, but I could pick infusible ink transfer sheet. I do have this taped down to a completely not sticky mat. I hope that's not a problem. I taped it down on the edges, but the only mat I have that's sticky is too sticky, so I'm going to try this. Usually it works, at least with vinyl and this stuff. Did not want to weed off there very nicely. People are like, oh, just use your fingers and pull it right off, no problem. Really? It ripped apart like paper. I mean, there's pieces stuck all over the mat, and then hopefully the ink is the only part that's transferring, so hopefully any little shreds of white paper, they're not going to matter because they have no ink on them. I'm going to be trying the coaster first. Alright, so I went ahead and put my design face down on the coaster. It's sticking to the parts I've weeded out, which is nice. I set a second coaster over here just for height. I put it upside down. It's just going to sit there to hold this whole griddle. And now I'm going to put on some gloves, and I'm going to turn this griddle over and let it go for 4 minutes. So first I need to put the butcher paper on. Butcher paper comes in the infusible ink. So there we have it. It's flipped over. It's resting on the coaster. And I'm gonna leave it for 4 minutes. All right, moment of truth. Ah, look at that. That turned out awesome. It's still warm, but that looks so good. So look at that. So far, so good. Now, that shows us that you can get away with using a griddle for your heat press. So far, at least on this blank. Now, whether or not it'll work on the shirt, we will find out next. All right, let's see. Uh-oh. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right, so black didn't work, but that doesn't mean that this doesn't work. It just means that with a black shirt, you can't see the ink. Okay, so we're moving on. I've got a light gray shirt. I'm gonna try this again. Again, another 100% polyester shirt, so we'll see how it works. I have a new one cut out and weeded, and we're gonna give it a try. All right, we've got the design down, got the butcher paper over it, and we are ready to give it a try. Here we go. Now this time I'm only gonna do it for a minute, because that's all it really needs. Right, so first thing I noticed is that there's a line where my griddle was on this. Now whether or not that would happen on a heat press, I don't know. It only happened on the parts that this plastic wasn't. Peeling this off, it looks like it worked. So there we have it. Looks super cute, totally worked. So again, the only thing is going to be this shadow that I have from the heat press, well, the fake heat press. And it could be that I just should have had the griddle a little bit cooler, because it says 385 and I think this was much closer to 400. But we'll see what happens once it gets washed. But it looks really cute. So end result seems to be that yes, you can get away with using a pancake griddle to make your designs. Worked great on the coaster, it worked on the shirt, and it saved me a lot of money. So there's the answer to that. Thanks for watching.